Hey BookTube, welcome back to another series spotlight where I highlight some of my favorite completed book series. Today we have a romantasy trilogy that I really do not see anybody talking about, and that is the Crimson Sails trilogy by Katee Robert. Now, I debated making this video because I just did feature another Katee Robert series on my channel, but to be honest, she is one of my favorite authors. Like, I think their writing style is beautiful, and the way that she writes books, they all have a fantastic mix of plot, relationships, spice, character development, like all the good things. And their books as well also tend to have happy endings, which I appreciate. So we are going to dive right into talking about the Crimson Sails trilogy. The first book of the trilogy is Hunt on Dark Waters, and this is kind of where we are introduced to a bunch of the characters, a bunch of the backstory and world building for where they are at. So, the entire series takes place in this realm called Threshold. It is a portal realm. Portals lead to there. It's kind of almost like its own world between worlds. And if you fall into this realm and you land in the sea, there are two options. Either you become part of the Kunanun, the Wild Hunt, or you pass away. Those are really your only two choices if you happen to land in the vast ocean of this world. So this book follows Evelyn, who is a witch. She falls through a portal while trying to escape from her ex-girlfriend, who is actually one of the main characters of book 2. And she meets Bowen, who is the captain of the Kunanun ship that fishes her out of the sea and saves her. She does not want to be part of the Kunanun. She is like not super into it. And throughout this book, no spoilers, but just the main plot line that you can kind of get from reading the back. Throughout this book, she kind of helps Bowen to realize and understand the corruption happening within the Kunanun, because he has been part of the Kunanun basically his whole life. He is obviously a captain now. This is like super important to him. He believes that they're, doing the right thing and that he's doing what he should be by being a captain and working for them. So that is going to be the plot of this one. This relationship is just standard MF. We have MMC Bowen, FMC Evelyn. There is so much fantastic spice in here. Evelyn is also, I can't remember if she's specifically plus size or if she's like more curvy, implied to be plus size, but I really also enjoyed that about this book as well. And in this book, we are introduced to some of the different like monsters and creatures and the interesting landscape and setting of this world and of Threshold. So that is kind of our basic rundown on book 1. Then we get into book 2, which I think this is my personal favorite of the series. This is Blood on the Tide, and this follows Evelyn's ex-girlfriend, who is Lizzie. She is a vampire. She is actually a character that you meet in one of Katee Roberts' other books, which is, oh my god, no, don't forget the title of this, Court of the Vampire Queen. She is a minor side character in Court of the Vampire Queen. She is Wolf's sister. So you meet Lizzie in book 1, but then you see her full story and her character development in book 2. And her love interest is Maeve, who is a Selkie, and this is a sapphic romance. I loved this book. I loved all 3 of these books. I thought they were all so good. I love the overarching plot line and the way that it develops from book 1 through to book 3. But this book, I just have such a soft spot for. I loved Lizzie. Lizzie's like badass, fierce, like fearsome vampire, and Maeve is a Selkie who has lost her skin. So this is also one of the first books that I've ever read that like explored Selkie lore more deeply, which is something I really enjoyed. I thought that was like super unique and different, which brings me to one of the things about this series that I think is so good, and it is that it is just so unique. I feel like a lot of romantasy can certain romantasy can kind of venture into like cookie cutter copy paste territory where you're seeing the same, the same fae, the same type of monsters, the same type of world, and, world building and lore. But one thing that I love about the Crimson Sails series is that it is so unique and so different. You have these different mythical creatures, you have these different monsters. Because it's a portal realm, you have like creatures from all different walks of life, all different worlds. There is also like fantastic throughout the whole series. There is like great LGBTQ like plus representation, great like gender identity representation, so much. But back to Lizzie and Maeve. So they team up to help Maeve get her skin back so she can return to her Selkie form. And then part of the other main overarching plot in this book is, now that some of the corruption of the Kunanun has been uncovered, what are they going to do about it? A revolution is brewing, secrets and the hierarchy, all this stuff is being exposed. So that's kind of the background that Maeve and Lizzie are finding each other in. But this book is just really, really beautiful. Again, this has like fantastic spice. I love the way that like the world building continues to evolve and play out as you're starting to see this revolution and these changes starting to take shape. So then we have book 3, which is Rebel in the Deep, and this is actually a throuple as our main like couple main pairing. So this third and final book follows Nox, who is working for the rebellion. They are a non-binary captain of a ship. They are working for the rebellion, you know, trying to break free of the corruption of the Kunanun and make Threshold a better place for everybody who lives in it. In addition to Nox, we have 2 other main characters. We have Siobhan, who is the leader of the rebellion, and we have the man that Siobhan is currently involved with, Bastion. Bastion. I feel like I like to call him Bastion, but I don't know. I feel like that's one of those names that Bastion that like everybody says differently. I call him Bastion. I don't know. But it follows the 3 of them, and at the point we meet him, he has been captured. He is like he is in danger. This man is in danger. And he is also like in danger of being forced to spill like the secrets of the rebellion. So not only are we finding these 3 people in a messy situation, Bastion is Nox's ex, and Siobhan is Bastion's current partner, and there's like kind of this weird attraction feelings happening between Siobhan and Nox. So it does start out a little bit messy, but you're watching them navigate like how the rebellion is going to succeed, as well as navigating their own personal relationships. I will say, I think out of all of the books, this one definitely has the least spice, and I kind of almost feel like the least focus on the relationship, just because this third and final book is wrapping up all of the plot lines and all of the different threads that have been going on throughout all 3 of these books. But that being said, this is still like a spicy, fun time. You are still getting like the relationship development, the character development, seeing these characters all be together. And this also continues with the different like mythical creatures, monsters, you've got like the monster battles, all of this different stuff. Another thing I will say about this series is it is very action packed. Like, things are constantly happening, and especially because it's a trilogy of shorter books. Like, I'm pretty sure each book is, yeah, each book is around 300 pages, maybe a little bit over 300. So, this whole trilogy is like around 900 pages, and because it's an entire trilogy of very short books, it feels super bingeable, and it is really fast paced because you have like all of this action and character development. Something is always happening in this series, which I think is another thing that I really really love about it, is that the plot is always moving along. Things are always happening in these books. I don't know if I said this already, but book 3 is called Rebel in the Deep. That is going to be episode 3 of series Spotlight, highlighting the Crimson Sails trilogy by Katee Robert. I love this series. I love this world. I think all of the relationships are so, so beautiful. I love the different representation we get throughout the series. I love how like unique and different it feels compared to some other romantasy. And I feel like this really is like the perfect summer romantasy too, because it is like pirates on the high seas. So this is a really good bingeable quick romantasy series that I think is like perfect for summertime, a great beach read. So, yeah, I think that is everything I have to say about this series. Let me know in the comments if you have read this series. Let me know if you are going to be adding it to your TBR after watching this video. And yeah, that is everything for today's video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe, leave me a comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that I will see you in my next one. I upload most Mondays. I try to upload every Monday. Sometimes life happens, but I upload long form videos most Mondays, and I upload short form whenever I have the time. So, thank you guys again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope that I'll see you in my next video. Bye!